All right, so you're looking at buying new construction home, and of course, that new home smell and feel is super tempting. Everything is shiny and brand new, and nobody's lived there before, which is a bonus, but there's going to be more to consider when you're looking at new construction as a first-time home buyer or someone relocating to a new area. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 of the reasons why people are buying new construction homes and the pros and cons of all 3. Number 1, we're going to talk about builder incentives. This is a big reason people are buying new construction homes, because when they do get approved with the lender, they see this huge number of $15,000 or $20,000 worth of seller paid closing costs to help the buyer financially. So these closing costs can go towards your design center appointment. They can go towards your 2.5% to 3.5% buyer's closing costs, or you can use that as an interest rate buy down. So the pro to this builder incentive would be if you are needing financial assistance to lower your interest rate, which lowers your mortgage, or you would like more upgrades in the design center, or you would like more money in your pocket with the $15,000 going towards buyer closing costs. That is a pro. But there is a catch to this incentive, and this brings me to my con. When it comes to these high cost incentives, you want to make sure that you're looking at the lender fees and comparing that to another lender's fees to see if they are increased. You also want to look at the interest rate and the points that you're buying down your interest rate, just to compare it to another lender and what they would be offering, because sometimes I have seen that the builders lenders are increasing these fees and interest rates so that you are paying for that incentive on the back end. Here's an inside trick. You probably do need to get pre-approved through the builder's lender to make sure that they're comfortable with going under contract with you. But what you do when you get that pre-approval, you go to your realtor and ask them for their preferred lenders, and you send that pre-approval to them for them to compare their loan and their terms to make sure that you are making the best financial decision with your home purchase. The second reason people are moving into new construction homes is all new everything, which is hard to compete with the resale homes that have been around for 20, 30 years, because those systems need to be replaced eventually. So when you buy new construction, you have a new HVAC, furnace, heat pump if you have that, new roof, electrical, plumbing, and a new house with nobody ever living in it before you. The bonus to that is these builders are offering home warranties, which you should ask your builder about the 1 to 10 warranties. 1 year of workmanship warranty, the second year being your system warranty, and the 10-year being your structural warranty. Now you want to make sure that you are also building a home with a very trustworthy and reputable builder, because you want to make sure that they're around 10 years from now. Worst case scenario, something happens to your home structurally, you want to make sure that it's covered with a reputable builder. So the con to all new everything would be 2 things. 1 being a smaller lot size. Builders in this North Carolina, Lake Norman area are maximizing their land that they have by building more homes on smaller lot sizes. We do have builders who love to listen to their consumers and also are restricted based on the city that they're building in and have a minimum lot size requirement. So with those builders, you can find larger lots, but also with those larger lots comes a larger price point. The second con would be timing. If you need to close on a certain date because you're selling your home and don't want to overlap, building and closing on a new home is very difficult to iron out a exact closing date. So you may end up moving twice, unfortunately, one to a short-term rental and then the second time into your new home once it's completed. There are a lot of setbacks that happen with building a home, whether it's weather or materials, that can change your closing date, and you do have to be flexible with that. I want to take a second and introduce myself. My name's Alexa Jordan. I'm a local realtor in Lake Norman, North Carolina, which is about 20 miles north of Charlotte, and I love helping my clients and buyers buy new construction. If you are interested in new construction, I have a free download in the comments talking about all things new construction, so make sure you go download it. All right, let's jump back in. Number 3 on the top reasons someone would be buying a new construction home would be the ease of going through model home tours. Just imagine on a Saturday morning with your cup of coffee and planning out different builder model home tours for the day. Super easy. You don't need much. You just need yourself. You walk right in. You're able to understand the floor plans, get a feel for how the builder does build their home, their attention to detail, and their quality of the build, as well as talk about pricing and what is involved with the base price of a home and the upgrades that you're looking for. The con to this process would be not bringing your buyer's agent with you, and although you probably don't want to interrupt their weekend with home tours, I bet you that they would love to be called from you to go see homes. Me as an agent, I would love to be involved from start to finish, so that way I can understand what you're looking for, your likes and dislikes in the model home, and we can get a better understanding of if that home does fit your needs for the family. I just want you prepared when you walk through those model home doors that the person that you're talking to is the builder rep. They do represent the builder if you do decide to go under contract unrepresented, and they have the builder's best intentions in mind. The builder does have their own contract that is drafted by their own attorneys and probably doesn't protect the buyer very well. Having your own buyer's agent allows them to negotiate the contract, negotiate some incentives. You can also negotiate the lot premiums, and the buyer's agent understands what you're looking for, can ask the right questions, and uncover any answers that might be important to you and your family moving forward with the purchase of this new home. They also have an understanding of what an appraisal gap is if your home doesn't appraise, and they can advise you with finding a third-party inspector because that is absolutely a must. Having a third-party inspector allows them to look at the home with fresh eyes, and 10 out of 10 there is going to be things that come up that the builder does need to fix before you move in. But make sure that if you are building from the ground up that you get the pre-drywall inspection as well as the final home inspection. Buying a home is such a fun adventure, and I just want to make sure that you are fully prepared, understanding the top 3 reasons someone is buying a new home and the pros and cons for both. Want to note that this video is more geared towards your tract home builders, and in North Carolina we have a lot of great and popular tract home builders like David Weekley, D.R. Horton, Meritage Homes, M.I. Homes, Mattamy Homes, Taylor Morrison, Eastwood, True Homes, Lennar, LGI. There is a handful. Building a custom-built home is a different ballgame and comes with overcoming different obstacles. So we can discuss that on another video. But if you're thinking about moving to Cornelius or Mooresville and want to learn more about those areas, be sure to check out these videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.